What's going on, guys? It's your boy Josh Rosario. It's 9 a.m. right now on the 28th of November, and I'm about to get started on talking about Forex mindset on our Epic platform in about an hour. I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek of what that looks like. Um, yeah, and I'll walk you throughout the day today. So, peace.
If you're thankful for waking up this morning, even if you haven't had the best morning or the best afternoon or wherever you are in the world, I want you to drop crown me worthy in the chat. All right. I want you to drop crown me worthy in the chat. All right. So I know that you're thankful for life, that you're thankful for waking up this morning, right? Because I know I am. So I want you to be on the same page. All right. Now I know Coach Max's question is, how do we trade with our families around, right? For those of you who do not know, I am 25 years old, all right? So my family dynamic might be slightly different, all right? I don't have children right now, or my family lives on the other side of the world right now. So your heart always, and not the words of other people, just to live to their expectations, all right? So the first thing is your passion is a priority. Make it a priority no matter who is around you talking negatively or not on the same page as you, all right? The second thing is life is short. I want you to drop that in the comments. Life is short, all right? It may be a little disheartening at times to have people around you that discourage. Number three, others may not fully understand, all right? Others may not fully understand, all right? People who don't support you or discourage you may not be actually bad people, right? They probably who intentionally don't want to destroy you or your dreams, but sometimes they just don't get it. They just don't understand. Go our ways, you will be leaving alone, family. Okay, so guess what? It's natural to want that support and encouragement from the people around you. All right, it's okay to feel that way, but guess what? It is possible to do this with or without them. Just think of how many successful and inspiring people took their road with people less traveled with them. All right. In the beginning, it's not gonna be easy. I'm telling y'all right now, because I'm cutting straight to the point. It's not gonna be easy. This is probably about to be one of the darkest paths you're gonna walk on. All right, you're gonna feel like you're alone. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna tell y'all all the things y'all need to hear. You're gonna feel like you're alone. You're gonna feel like you can't do it. You're gonna feel like you need to quit. But at the end of the day, you have to keep pushing yourself. Most people, most of us, our family that is not gonna understand this. When you come into this, your family's gonna say, "Yo, what is this? A scam? Stop playing." So that's just how it is, and you just have to understand that. Get there if I didn't cut them off. All right, sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do to get to where you need to be. It's gonna be uncomfortable. This is going to be uncomfortable, and I need y'all to realize that. That he brings on in, and I'd love to hear him answer the question, how did you deal with family when it came to trading? Like, how did you actually handle it? Because I feel like the field right now is getting some real honest, true, you know what I'm saying, value about this, because this is something that we as traders don't really talk about, but it's a problem, right? So how did you handle that, David?
Welcome, guys. Thank you, Coach Max. All right, guys. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background about myself. So I'm 27 years old. I actually got kicked out when I was 18. All right. I graduated. I actually didn't even graduate high school. I failed so many credits my senior year, and I was just kind of not really about the whole school thing. And when normal graduation would be, in May, I have a summer birthday. So I actually graduate. I have a birthday that's on the edge of the school years. So when I was supposed to graduate, I was 17 years old. My parents told me I had the summer to either get a job full-time or to go to school full-time. Obviously, failing so many credits in high school, I couldn't go and afford an education. My parents weren't going to pay for an education for me. Where I lived wasn't really feasible. I lived on like the outskirts of town, and it wasn't really feasible. Didn't even have any bus stops around me. Didn't have a car. Didn't have anything. I still remember being in high school, and my sister.
This woman right here, y'all, I promise y'all, when we speak to each other, she just oftentimes reminds me of my own purpose, because just a couple of months ago, she wasn't even trading. And now she's over here teaching her team. She's able to really gift people with her voice. She's able to gift people with the power of mindset. And so I'm going to bring my friend, my girl, Tamika, to the front of the room. I know you have a word on this morning about family. You are a mom. You are a full-time trader. Okay, yeah, I'm edifying my girl because she just started trading April 1st, 2020, and she is here right now. I see her crying right now because it's real right now, because she done been there and done that. She's a mom. She handles her business. She trades for real, for real. She teaches people how to get this done. When people told her that she couldn't do it. You understand what I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let her tell it. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, y'all. I'm not supposed to be crying before I even talk, but I just want to say, I'm surrounded by, you see what I'm surrounded by. You all see people that I am surrounded by, that I have the opportunity to chat with. And
okay, y'all know her. Y'all see her on the London session. Y'all see her on the New York session. I'm going to go ahead and bring Elise to the front of the room. It was so crazy because Elise and I actually met each other in person in Atlanta, and we were standing on stage, and we were both talking about being moms and actually dominating this industry and having to deal with all of the different crazy things that go on when you are dealing with family. So Elise, please tell the people, how do you deal with trading and family?
Yes, thank you so much. Everybody already has put their testimony out there. I love it. Thank you so much. I want everybody in the chat to show some love, and I want everybody to say, I'm going to win in this because I'm worthy. Right? I knew she was going to come in here. All right, so we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you how we do this. Ava, say hi real quick. Hi. Okay. All right, so step number 1, plan it, schedule it. You are only going to be able to do this if you plan it out, meaning, whenever you're not getting to learning and whenever you're not getting to your stuff, it's because you're letting it just fall in place and just letting it happen, as opposed to planning it in your schedule.
About trading and family, and really your story and where you come from and why they have to just ignore what's happening around them to be successful right now.
All right, thank you, Coach Max. Guys, thank you for having me on here tonight. I'm extremely grateful and humbled to be here with you guys on a Saturday morning. I know most of you guys are still weekend hungover. We started the weekend early, but you guys are investing your time right now into something that you're going to do. Something huge is coming your way. All right. And the first thing I want to touch on is, obviously this is about how we manage time, but I want to get a little bit more into that, as to where time is, right? Let's think about time right now. We have 33, 34 days left in 2020. All right. And my question to you is this: did you invest your time for the last year, or did you waste your time for the last year? What did you put as important, and what did you put to the side? All right, because guess what, guys? I'm gonna be honest with you. We're about to lose a year. This year is gone. You don't get this year back. All right. So every time that passes, every second is precious. All right. Whether you're investing it into trading Forex, whether you're investing into learning how to trade, whether you're building a team, whether you have a family, every second is important. It matters as to what you do with that time.
I'm back, y'all. My bad. But like I was saying, I'm gonna keep this quick. June 2nd, 2017 was the day my daughter was born. And if I would have sat here and listened to family, I would not be where I'm at right now. I remember being in a place where I was trying to figure out whether or not, I was going to really listen to people. Was I going to listen to my mom and my dad? I know some of you all been following me on social media, guys. I had $102,000 worth of student loan debt because my parents told me that I didn't have any other options. You have to go to school, right? There was nothing else. All right, my family, my mom and dad both are born and raised on the island of Jamaica. Those of you that have parents from any other country but the United States, you already know the pressure. Go to daddy and Bobo. 1 second. You already know the pressure, right? That is required when you come from a very strict background. When you come from a background where it's like, listen, in this house, what you gonna do is go to school, and you're gonna go to school for this major, right? You're going to school for this reason, right? There was no other option. There was no decisions that I could have made on my own. It was a lot of pressure on my shoulders. So I went to school like my parents told me. They actually didn't even know I changed my major until graduation day, because I was that child that was too scared to tell them I didn't want to do what they told us to do, right? Graduation day, my dad looking at my diploma like, what's this? Right? And it was a hard, scary feeling to tell my parents that I didn't want to do what they wanted me to do. Right? So I found myself in debt. I'm talking to some real people. When you listen to family, sometimes they don't know. And like Charlie said, something so key was like, they don't know better because they just want to, you know what I'm saying? They want the best for you. So they think that they're telling you the best thing. But because they didn't experience it for themselves, they cannot give you the guidance needed for you to get to your next level. So what did I have to do at 20 years old? Right? I had to step out on faith. My family wasn't talking to me. They said I was selfish for, you know what I'm saying, trying to move away and trying to do something different than what they were trying to tell me what to do. Because in my family, either you was going to become a doctor, a nurse, a teacher, an engineer. That's it. Or lawyer. That was your other option. That was it, right? So my dad and my mom thought I was going to school for nursing, but here's how God guided me in my life, right? When I was 18, 19 years old, I'm sitting in class and my teachers were telling me, like, you are entirely too smart for this. There's got to be something else for you out there aside from what you doing right here, because this is not it. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, you guys. And for those of y'all who, born and raised in New York City, you know what the vibes is in New York. It's very negative. People stressed out. Everybody got bills, right? It's not a good environment. I knew back then, 18, 19 years old, I had to get out of this environment. And so I took a leap of faith, right? And I left New York and moved down south, here down south, right? And I remember just my educators, the people around me, my professors telling me, you are made to do something else. This is not it for you. And don't allow anybody to stop you, even if it's your parents. When I was sitting there getting ready to leave, my mom and dad both looked at me and said, you selfish. You can't leave your family. You know what I'm saying? Your purpose in life is to take care of us, blah, 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 blah. And I just remember telling myself, it got to be something else. I remember I got pregnant with Lyric. I was 24. So you're talking about 3 years after I graduated college, guys. My student loan bill was $1,082 a month. And I was sitting there making $10 an hour trying to pay this student loan because my parents told me to go to school. Let me talk to some real people. I never have to sugarcoat anything. The next speaker a chance to speak. So guys, you guys see him all over the place. You see him in the community. You see him on study hall. You see him on New York session, even London session last week. He's definitely a busy bee, and I definitely want to talk to him because I know this is a personal conversation that he and I talked about before when we both met each other. So Josh, come to the front of the room really quickly, and I want you to tell the people, like, talk about trading and family and what your experience was and how you got over this journey, even now going into your next level. Let the people know what's going on.
Thanks, Max. I appreciate you having me on this call. Glenda says no sleep, Josh. Yeah, I'm pretty much all over the place. Guys, look, I sleep, eat, and breathe Forex trading, and there's a reason for that, okay? Um, and for me to explain that to you, I kind of need to give you a little snippet of where I came from, okay? I was 19 years old when I got into, this industry of network marketing, right? Not trading yet, right? And it was failure after failure after failure. And even before that, I was introduced to business for at a very young age, but it wasn't the right business, right? It was too much work. I spent hours outside in cold weather trying to sell products to make money for myself because I didn't have some kind of dream job that the typical person would have, right? I went to college basically for no reason um, and spent money on that. And to be honest with you guys, I found trading and it was something that I was passionate about. And I had no support, right? And that was mostly because of ignorance, right? A lot of my family didn't know anything about business, they didn't know anything about investing. And so I had to be the role model. I had to be the leader to go out there and learn this on my own, right? So I went out there, I learned this on my own, and while I was doing, I had so many distractions, guys, so many distractions in my environment from people telling me, look, this is not going to work. You should just get a job. You should keep working, find something else to do, just like every other trader on here is telling you, right? And I needed it. I needed this to work because there was no other option. So what did I do? I I ended up actually getting a job, right? So I can get out of the environment to get rid of the distractions. Once I got rid of the distractions, my trading ability went like this. It clicked, right? Because I was focused and I was able to put my head down, put my blinders on, just like David said, and get to work, right? And the reason why you guys see me all the time in the chats on London session, I make time for London session. I make time for New York session. I make time for Asian session because I needed this to work, right? I've come from a part of New York City that the typical person is not supposed to be where I'm at. All right. The typical person that's from the Bronx isn't supposed to be where I'm at. And I'm grateful and I'm happy for that because of this opportunity and because of everything I've learned. And it elevated my mindset to the extreme. All right. And currently, right now, I live with my girlfriend here, and she understands. Look, this is something that I'm passionate about. This is something that I need to do, and she understands, right? And I think finding that person that can support you in that way is very very powerful because it makes you grind even harder, right? As long as you are communicating to your family about what your plans are and you schedule it out, there should be no reason, no excuse as to why you cannot use this as a way to get out of the situation you're in. Now, I'm not saying that you trading Forex, you learning Forex is going to be an immediate change. It happens over time. Guys, I've been a work in progress for 5 years. For 5 years, I've been a work in progress and I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. And when I started teaching how to when I started teaching Forex for the first time, like 3 years ago for free, that's where my passion came from, was to teach it. Not It wasn't about the money. It was about impacting lives at the end of the day. And that's what gets my blood, that's what gets my mindset going. That's what gets my blood flowing, is when I'm impacting guys that want to learn this like truly. Because if you don't, then you're just wasting time. You need to take it serious because Forex is not a hobby, it is a lifestyle.